Florida, 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 St. Augustine. Weeki Wachee Springs. Fun, sun, sand, and sea. And believe it or not, gators can sing.
Florida is not only the winter training grounds for many big league ball players, but also the off-season home and rehearsal stage of that greatest show on earth known as the Circus. In Sarasota, on the west coast, the Ringling Museum and its gardens attract those thousands of tourists who prefer the beautiful Gulf of Mexico resorts in this mermaid state.
So now we're here at the Manatee Viewing Center. This is like a place where you can see manatees from November through April. They come here because the water gets warm. I guess because it's at this power plant, maybe the water's warmer from like the cooling towers or something, I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a lot of people here, so I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of manatees out, and these people know that, and that's why they're all here. But it's also free, so yeah, I'm sure it attracts a lot of people during the months that you can see them. So yeah, we're gonna go see if we can see some manatees. Okay, we're here at the Manatee Viewing Center, and we just spotted a mom and Luke and its baby down there. Now they disappeared. Probably didn't get it on camera. Let's find out.
Baby's so cute.
So yeah, we didn't really see too many manatees. I mean, they were out there, but I didn't really get good shots of them. I should have brought the Sony camera with me. Saw the baby when we came in, but by the time I got the camera out, they were already on the other side and you couldn't see them. But yeah, it's a place to come to see them for free. I like these cutouts here. Yeah, I recommend bringing a camera with optical zoom here if you want to get a good shot of the manatees. I just had my vlogging camera, so I don't even know if the manatee that I was trying to capture is even going to show up or what, but yeah, I mean, you don't really, if you're coming down this way, if you're like coming down the coast to go down to Sarasota, this is right on the way down, so it's free. So if you're here between what were the dates? November to April. It's open, so you can come here and hopefully get a shot of them. All right, now we're gonna head down to the Ringling. I wanted to stop at Sarasota Jungle Gardens, but I don't think we have enough time now because the Ringling closes at 5, so yeah, we have to get down there. All right, I guess we'll see you at the Ringling then. All right, we're here at the Ringling. I think we only have like an hour and a half, so I don't know what all we're gonna be able to get done, but we're definitely gonna try to do the whole Circus Museum, and then I guess we're just gonna go to the Art Museum. I don't know if we'll have time to tour the Katazan or not. That's the thing I care the least about though, right?
I only care about the Circus Museum.
You don't care about the Art Museum?
I've seen a lot of art in my life.
Yeah. Well, the Katazan is like, that's the mansion where they lived, so I mean, that would be cool. It'd be cool to see all of it, but I don't think we're gonna have time to do it all. We'll just do as much as we can. Okay, so we just got our wristbands. We're not gonna have time to do the Katazan. She said that closes at 4:30, and then the museums close at 5, so it's okay. I mean, the main thing we're here for is the Circus Museum. So, and then with the admission to the Circus Museum, you get the admission to the Art Museum. So, yeah, we get to do those. So yeah, here's the Circus Museum building over here. They got this circus tent at the entrance here. And yeah, these grounds are really nice. It's like a gardens. And they have the miniature I think it's the biggest miniature circus in here, the Howard Brothers Miniature Circus. Wow, it's a really impressive mural when you come in. Oh, really? Wow, here's a whole bunch of different posters and stuff. We're gonna have to go through this semi-fast because we only have until 5. We want to do the Art Museum too. There's some old wagons. If you want to see a really impressive collection of circus wagons, check out Circus World in Wisconsin. I think they have the largest collection there. Wow. We have some acrobat displays here. The Unicycle Act. Your Gammy was like, are you gonna walk the tightrope? And they do have that. Yeah, just because she said to. Or she said not to. Got some trapeze bars here and stuff. Alright, we're gonna walk the tightrope here. You better not fall. It's a long ways up. You'd be dead already. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see if I can do it without falling. I almost made it. I almost made it. The Walendas. I've seen that before. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. Circus Toyland. I don't know what that is. There's one of the elephant dresses. Yeah. Now, of course, the Ringling Circus just came back last year without animals. So the animals thing is a thing of the past, which, you know, that's depends on what your opinion of all that is. To me, it was just like, you know, part of the circus, but it's not like I'm gonna complain that they got rid of the animals or anything. Oh yeah, I want to see like every circus documentary there is. Yeah, we went to a circus. What was the circus we went to last year? What was it called? They still had animals, but we got free tickets to it. So, but yeah, I mean, circuses are a very cultural thing that's underappreciated, in my opinion. Some trapeze acts, wire acts. You can like touch whatever videos, vintage videos and stuff here. Some 8mm Castle films stuff. Yeah, I want to start collecting more circus stuff. We do have some things, but not a whole lot. We have a lot of amusement park and roadside stuff, but yeah, I want to start collecting more vintage circus things. These big head things are cool. Here's some different antique circus toys and oh, that's out of order. Looks like it shot a guy out into the net there. Oh yeah, that guy's at Wisconsin Dells now, right?
Really?
Yeah, he's doing that circus there. We were gonna do it that one day, but we didn't have time.
Time magazine names him America's best clown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to go to another historical circus spot, go to Wisconsin. They have the Circus World Museum there, and I think Baraboo, Wisconsin is where the Barnum Bailey and Ringling Circus actually started. There's one of these mutascope things. I don't know if it shows through the video or not. It's a juggling clown. You have some clown outfits and stuff over here. They have a little theater over here showing you some clips of the Ringling Brothers Circus. Giant roller skates. Silk Goose. It's like a little mock-up, like makeup station where guys would put up their makeup. And yeah, do you know what was the clown that started this style? It wasn't Emmett Kelly, what was his name? Urban Field. Yeah, see, she has a tattoo of that style.
Look, and a two-headed lady.
Mm-hmm.
Clowning.
I'm using the base to highlight the white parts.
I should have been a clown.
Here's a bunch of clown props. The gun with the bent barrel. And we got a stick of dynamite and the big hammer, sledgehammer. Where's the miniature circus? I want to get to that. I hope that's not part of what's closed off, right? Oh, here, this miniature circus is up here. So we got a big circus train here. I don't even know what is this scale even called. This is the biggest scale train I've seen. This is even bigger than the ones they had at the place in Ohio, the Entertainment Junction. So I guess the circus is this scale too. I think this is the largest miniature circus in the world. I could see myself joining the circus if I was alive back then. That would be a nice lifestyle.
A nice lifestyle. Me too, I'd be the tattooed fat lady. And I could even grow a beard if I tried hard enough.
I guess maybe, what did they do, take hormones or something? Or was it just like women who could naturally grow a beard?
I could take him though, and it would come probably.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they did that or not. Yeah, that's a really big tent. I've never seen this scale of miniature before.
I can't be sure that I haven't.
Да, это гири, это типа силачи. А вон эти акробаты, смотри. Ой, боже, это все сделано, как красиво. Я никогда так не все прямо красиво.
These are the private tents they would have set up outside of the show area for just like the performers to practice their acts and do their laundry, etc. And a lot of people would stay in the wagons, like the caravans, to sleep and stuff. And here's the midway up here. This is what the public would see.
Sideshow.
They got a big sideshow set up here. I love those like little plastic balloons. I love the vintage stuff that had the plastic balloons.
Cake toppers.
Yeah, like cake toppers, like the little clown ones. And
Sid Croft.
like, yeah, Sid and Marty Krofft got their start at the like doing their puppet show at the circuses and stuff, and the World's Fairs.
They actually have him on there. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Magician.
Oh, they got it changes the night and the day. I didn't even know that. That's cool.
That's super.
And I'm sure like the sideshows really came alive at night, like all the stuff outside the circus tent, all the fair stuff and the rides and all that.
Baby Irene.
And this is the tent. This is the iconic tent that Barnum Bailey Circus had.
We walked into it on the outside of the museum.
Mm-hmm. Did it say when this miniature circus was built? I think it's from the like 60s or 70s.
I didn't see that.
Does anyone remember the miniature circus that used to be at Dutch Wonderland in Lancaster? That was one of my favorite things there when I was a kid. Now it's changing back in the daytime.
Cool.
You could see the animals better when they were all lit up.
True.
It's neat that they have like the sound effects for each section. And the main circus tent is up here. The way they had this set up was that you would walk through the animal tent and then come through here and walk into the main tent. I wonder if that's just the way they did this layout or if there was a legitimate setup like that.
Is this Manatee?
Yeah, it's like the bathroom tent.
Look at the pennants. Souvenirs.
Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of stuff in the middle. It's kind of hard to get a good shot of it without being able to zoom, but there's like performing elephants and stuff. Wow, there's so much going on over here. Wow, look at how many people there are in the bleachers and stuff. Oh, cool. Everything moving. I remember this like little animatronic clown they had outside of it and stuff. I like to see this at like when it gets dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really impressive. And over here you have the horses act. And then some sideshow acts down here. Got the trapeze artists. You got the big cats ring.
Where's the sideshow?
We already passed it. You saw it. Here now.
Banners.
There we go. Okay, here's what the circus tent looks like at night. Yeah, this whole layout is a lot cooler when everything's lit up when it's doing the nighttime sequence. Here's the blacksmith tent where they would maintain the horseshoes and stuff on the horses and all that. There's just like a layout of like a farmland area where, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the circuses, they set them up in rural areas where there'd be a lot of space and everything. One thing I've noticed that they never talk about in any of these museums is that there was a massive fire at one of the Ringling Brothers circuses in the, I think, late 40s or early 50s.
Maybe
And
we can talk about it somewhere.
well, I know that it was a big deal because a lot of people were killed in it, and the families sued the Ringling Brothers, and it took them years and years to recover. They had to pay out millions of dollars, and it took them years to ever make the money back. But they don't ever talk. I know it's like one of those things I don't want to talk about.
Don't want it to happen again.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't happen again. The reason it happened was because they were using flammable materials for the tent and everything. And yeah, there's videos of it and stuff on the internet. Like,
What year?
I think it was early 50s, like 52,
Yikes.
51, 52, something like that.
Have to wonder what's upstairs.
But yeah, I mean, even though it wouldn't happen again, they probably just don't want people to know about it because they don't want people to be afraid that it would happen again, right?
True.
There's even in this place where it happened, they even have like a cemetery and stuff for like the circus workers and stuff that died. It was like hundreds of people that died. Here they have a big collection of original posters. I think this style of clown is my favorite. The turn of the century to the 1920s, like Harlequin style. It's like in between Harlequin style and the 50s style. This is like a little theater where you can watch a video. There's a bunch of old newspaper clippings and stuff, ads for the circuses. And I think that's it for the Circus Museum.
Spent 50 years making that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was old.
I read Jack, I have no idea. Guess. I would guess 40 or 50,000 pesos, something like that. I don't know.
Pieces that include
Yeah, the miniature circus is the main exhibit here at the Circus Museum section. This mural, when you walk in, is massive. Here's a little placard over here. It tells you about it. It was painted in 1989 by William Woodward, a well-known muralist. mean, that's one of the biggest murals I think I've ever seen. Okay, so that was the Circus Museum. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit bigger, but there was a second floor that they said was closed off, so.
It reopens in April, so
Yeah.
just a little bit of bad timing.
We only have an hour left anyway, and we want to do the art museum, which
Interested in what we saw,
I think the art museum's really big, so. And then, yeah, your admission also includes like you can tour the grounds here, which is like a gardens. So, unless you have pretty much all day, you're not going to be able to do everything anyway. Here's a bamboo garden. She said the grounds close at 5:30, right? So if we want to walk around a little bit, we can after this. Because it looks like they have some pretty neat like garden things here too. That looks like it's cool to walk through. Yeah, the whole grounds are very beautiful. So here's a little background on all the stuff here. Katazan is the residence where John and Mable Ringling lived, and then they had their massive art collection here. And when he died, I think in the late 60s or something, they donated the entire estate to the state of Florida. And now I think the state of Florida transferred everything over to the University of Florida. And yeah, your admission is, it's pretty much a non-profit organization that runs everything now. Okay, so here we have 19th century art. I think a lot of their collection was from around that time. I think it's really cool that they donated their entire collection to the people of Florida. Because, I mean, I'm sure their collection is worth a ton of money. Maybe John and Mable Ringling didn't have a lot of, they didn't have any kids or anything. I don't really know, but probably wasn't worth nearly as much as it is today. But yeah, it's very selfless to just donate an entire like art collection like this. Yeah. Now some of the stuff in here is more recent, like this wasn't part of their original collection. This says the 70s, 1971. This is like mixed media stuff. Yeah, just look at the interior of the building. Amazing. Beautiful. Here's some 18th century stuff. So this is going back even further than the first section. Some really cool Renaissance style stuff. Yeah, I can tell already that the art museum's the best part of this place. The Circus Museum's cool, but I'd say the Showmen's Museum is better than the Circus Museum here. But this is like, you know, this is what the original Ringling Museum was. This is their collection. This is, they established this as a museum.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really like this kind of stuff. This is cool. Doesn't everybody? There's like one guy that can like successfully paint like Renaissance style. You ever seen that, like Italian guy who's still painting like Renaissance paintings? He's like the only guy that like they consider like a masterpiece Renaissance painter. This is Rococo era. That's really neat. That's a cool wall.
Guards, so we have a set of guards, security, and then we have curators, and we have in the education building, people that are educators, we have a librarian, a big art library that's national known, including his original set of art books. They're still in the library. So,
Wow.
it is a learning research. You can drive in that way.
I recognize some of these. Don't you? I've seen that before. Yeah. Look at this courtyard here with all the sculptures. This is amazing. Wow. This is really impressive. that. Yeah, this courtyard area is really cool. Look at all the sculptures up here around the top part. All going all the way around. Wow. Really cool. There's a lot of 16th century stuff here. I think we went the wrong way. I think they have it set up in like chronological order, right? I think this was the first side you're supposed to go through. This is one of the coolest art museums I've ever been to. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. This place is super impressive. I can't believe, like, you would never have imagined that the Ringlings owned all this, right? Like the circus people owned this massive art collection, right? Well, they had a lot of money. The circus was extremely successful.
I guess we should walk back through this side. Oh, Rubens.
Peter Paul Rubens. Wow. These are so big. Yeah. I mean, this is more impressive than the National Art Gallery in Washington. Did you see this thing? It's like a mermaid, but like with like antlers. This is big. Like, I didn't realize how big the art museum was, honestly. I knew it was like somewhat sizable, but look at all these sculptures that go all the way around the courtyard area up on top of the buildings. That is really crazy. Wow. Okay, so that was the art museum. That was very impressive, right?
That rivals like the Met.
I mean, I think that's even better than the National Art Museum in Washington at the Smithsonian.
Yeah, the Metropolitan in New York, it's like almost on the same level.
Mm-hmm. Well, the MoMA is mostly like contemporary art, isn't it?
Yeah, but the Met's different.
Oh. Yeah, so I guess we'll check out some of the grounds here. It's still open until 5:30, and then everything closes. So you want to get here, I'd say you want to have at least an hour and a half for the art museum. And if you're doing Katazan and everything else, like, you're gonna need a good 3 or 4 hours here. We got here with like, what, an hour and a half. But we did see all of the art museum, and we didn't really go through it super fast, but yeah, we did have about an hour and a half. So we did the art museum and the Circus museum with that much time. I'm sure, like, if you wanted to tour the mansion, you're gonna need a lot more time, because there's like a whole big grounds back there, and then it's like right by the ocean. So I think like your general admission includes the entire grounds. So if you wanted to walk back there to where the mansion was and see the ocean and stuff, you could.
You do have to pay for the mansion though?
Yeah, you have to pay extra to tour the mansion, which, like, if we would have had time, we would have done it. But yeah, I want to walk through this little bamboo garden here. This looks nice. Got some little sculptures here. They're kind of crazy looking. It's like little dwarf people. These are cool. Nice little relaxing garden area here. It's really thick bamboo. Here's a really cool sculpture. (1963). I'm just gonna walk down here to the ocean down here. When you purchase your base ticket, you do get admission to the whole grounds here, but you have to pay an extra $10 for the Katazan. But you do get to walk the grounds until 5:30. Yeah, it's really big grounds. You can walk around here for a while. The ocean's over this way. I don't think I'm gonna walk the whole way, it's really far. But yeah, over there's the Katazan. That's where you tour the Katazan. Alright, yeah, I'm not walking that much further. It's really far. But yeah, here's the backside of the art museum. I think there's a whole part of the museum that we didn't get to do. I think that whole back part over there. Let's see what's over here. There's a little garden here. There's a bunch of sculptures and stuff around the sides. Yeah, if you want to tour the whole art museum, I would get here at least, like, give the art museum at least 2 hours. At least. See, we wanted to do the Showmen's Museum before this, which didn't open until 12. It takes about an hour to get down here from there. And yeah, the Showmen's Museum's only open on Saturdays and Sundays, so yeah, I think we missed this whole wing here. Some sculptures over here. This is pretty crazy. This one says unknown artist, Ligi and the Bull, late 19th to early 20th century. It's a woman strapped to a bull. And over here they have a capturing of a bull. So yeah, these are pretty cool sculptures here. And the whole grounds has different sculptures, and I mean, you could walk around here for a good hour or two just checking out all the different stuff. It's a cool tree. And there's all these little gardens and pathways that go to different areas. I mean, this is like a massive place. Some baby raccoons over here and a mama, 3 of them. I don't want to get too close, but that's cute. Yes, that was the Ringling. Massive complex, like way bigger than I even expected. Definitely want a few hours here if you're coming, but for us we only had an hour and a half. I think that was still adequate time. If you want to see like literally everything, you need more than that obviously, but yeah, you could, I mean, if you just wanted to walk the grounds, you could do that for an hour or two. That was way bigger than I thought. Yeah, the Circus Museum is decent, but the art museum is the main thing that's awesome here. I mean, that courtyard with all the sculptures and some of those galleries in there were really impressive, right? It's hard to believe that the circus guy had like one of the most impressive art collections you've ever seen. I mean, people think of the circus as like something tacky or whatever. I mean, I personally don't. I think that it's one of the most culturally relevant American things, but I mean, you don't normally associate, you know, Renaissance art with the circus. So yeah, it's definitely one of the best art museums I've ever been to. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I would say it's a destination thing to come to. Okay, we're here at Siesta Beach for sunset. I think we got about like a half an hour to an hour worth of daylight here. But yeah, we were doing stuff in Sarasota during the day, so we couldn't really get here any earlier than this. So yeah, the sand is really powdery, like kind of feels like baking soda or something. Yeah, I kind of wish we would have got here like another hour earlier, but we didn't really have a choice. We wanted to do as much of the Ringling as possible. And yeah, it's about half an hour Siesta Key from here, from the Ringling. So here's the water that everybody makes a big deal about. This clearish blue water. Yeah, and it's actually warm. It's the beginning of March and the water is pretty much warm. It is pretty out here. Siesta Key Beach is consistently ranked the top beach in America. Yeah, like a drum circle over here, you can hear. Yeah, these golf beaches are nicest at sunset. We got here just in time for the remaining daylight. Yeah, look at all the lights on the hotels and condo buildings and stuff. Kind of expected there to be less people here this late, but yeah, it's not too bad. I'm sure it's way more crowded during the day. Yeah, I heard Anna Maria Island is another really good beach not far from here on the Gulf Coast. If you want to come go to a beach with less people. Yeah, we had a really good day at Sarasota. If you're coming out to Sarasota, you gotta definitely check out the Ringling Museum. That's the best thing to do in Sarasota. And we would have done Sarasota Jungle Gardens, but we had to get to the Ringling before it closed. Or we would have done that too. Or maybe we would have spent more time on the beach, but there's also Bradenton. Bradenton is a much more affordable place to stay if you want to just stay there and then come down here during the day. I think Bradenton's a good place to stay. But yeah, all these hotels and condos along the beach here at Siesta Key are like really expensive. It's kind of far to drive down here from like Tampa area. Alright, we just crossed over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge at night. That was a little bit intimidating, but we did it. Today was a good day in Sarasota. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd come back to the Gulf Coast next time we come down. Maybe we'll go down to Miami next time or something like that. But yeah, I enjoyed the Gulf Coast for what we saw of it. I mean, the attractions were the main reason we came here. We didn't really get a chance to explore much of the like coastline, like the beaches and stuff, but yeah, it's not really what interests us the most. It's mostly the attractions, of course. Alright, I guess we'll see you tomorrow when we're heading to the Strawberry Festival.